Celebrity feuds. Who doesn't love them? They're dramatic, entertaining, and sometimes downright shocking. But let's face it, sometimes these feuds go beyond the gossip columns and end up having a serious impact on a celebrity's career. From the bitter fallout between legendary actors to feuds that played out in the public eye, let's explore the celebrity feuds that ended careers, some of which still echo today. Number 1. Debbie Reynolds versus Elizabeth Taylor. Hollywood's golden age wasn't all glitz and glamour. Take the feud between Debbie Reynolds and Elizabeth Taylor. Once good friends, their relationship turned sour when Reynolds' husband, Eddie Fisher, left her for Taylor after the tragic death of Taylor's husband, Mike Todd. This love triangle played out in the public eye, with Reynolds admitting in a 2010 interview that she was blindsided by the affair, despite whispers from friends and tabloids. The scandal shattered her image and hurt her career at the time. While they eventually patched things up, thanks to Reynolds' daughter, Carrie Fisher, this feud is still remembered as one that permanently changed the course of both stars' careers. For Reynolds, her career never fully recovered, and while Taylor went on to become an icon, it's hard to ignore the role their personal drama played in shaping their trajectories. Number 2. Naomi Campbell versus Tyra Banks. Then there's the feud between supermodels Naomi Campbell and Tyra Banks. In the early 2000s, Naomi was the top black supermodel and Tyra was a rising star. But things took a nasty turn when Tyra felt that Naomi was actively trying to undermine her career. Tyra spoke out in interviews about how Naomi's behavior felt like evil toward her, saying she was cruel and jealous. However, as Tyra later acknowledged, much of it had to do with the fashion industry's competitiveness and Naomi's dominance in it. This feud, though, definitely had an impact on Tyra's public image. Despite her rise as a talk show host and TV personality, there was always an underlying sense that Tyra was seen as a second-rate Naomi. And Naomi, she also faced backlash for her harsh treatment of Tyra, though she did eventually express admiration for Tyra's work. Number 3. Elton John versus Madonna. Elton John and Madonna's rivalry is one of the most legendary in pop culture. This feud began back in the early 2000s after Elton criticized Madonna's live performances. He famously slammed her at the Q Awards in 2004, calling her out for lip-syncing and saying, "Since when has lip-syncing been live?" This attack was just the tip of the iceberg, with Elton continuing to take shots at Madonna in public interviews. Their feud only escalated from there, with both stars throwing jabs in the media. Madonna was accused of trying to use her feud with Elton for publicity, and Elton was accused of being a bitter, jealous pop star. The damage to both of their reputations was significant, especially for Madonna, who faced growing criticism. While both stars are still revered, the feud certainly did not do either of their careers any favors.
Number 4. Paris Hilton versus Nicole Richie. At the height of their fame, Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie were Hollywood's most talked-about duo, starring in their own reality show, The Simple Life. But, like most showbiz friendships, it fell apart. The fallout began when Nicole became jealous of Paris's growing media presence, and after not being invited to some of Paris's events, Richie retaliated by holding her own SNL celebration party while screening Paris's infamous adult video. The public feud hurt both of their careers. Paris Hilton saw a decline in her brand, and although she has never fully disappeared, her dominance in the media culture fizzled. Nicole Richie's image also suffered, but in the end, she managed to come back stronger, thanks to her stint on The New Normal and the success of her fashion line. However, their former friendship's collapse is often remembered as a key moment that led to both of them losing relevance for a period. Number 5. Lindsay Lohan versus Hilary Duff. In the early 2000s, Lindsay Lohan and Hilary Duff were Disney's golden girls. They had the looks, the talent, and the fame. But then came a messy love triangle involving Aaron Carter. Aaron allegedly dumped Hilary to date Lindsay, leading to a massive feud between the two. The public spat over Aaron Carter's affections was just the beginning. The feud intensified with harsh comments, including accusations of stealing boyfriends and the famous diss tracks they both released. While Lindsay's career faced a much more significant fall, with multiple legal troubles and public breakdowns, Hilary Duff managed to salvage her career, transitioning from acting to a more successful career in music. Lindsay, on the other hand, struggled to reclaim her stardom and is now largely considered a cautionary tale of what can happen when celebrity feuds spiral out of control. Number 6. Kanye West versus Jay-Z. The infamous fallout between Kanye West and Jay-Z is one of the most widely discussed celebrity feuds in recent years. Once known as brothers in the music industry, their feud erupted after Kanye publicly called out Jay-Z for not attending his wedding to Kim Kardashian. The drama continued with Kanye's infamous interruption of Taylor Swift's acceptance speech at the 2009 MTV VMAs, where he proclaimed that Beyoncé deserved the award instead. The tensions deepened after Kanye's album The Life of Pablo and Jay-Z's 445 album, with both rappers addressing their fractured relationship. Their personal beef affected their professional partnerships too. After a few years of silence, Kanye and Jay-Z reunited in 2019, but the damage to their relationship and public image had already been done. The feud affected the perception of both artists, though Jay-Z's career survived largely unscathed, while Kanye's has seen a series of ups and downs. Celebrity feuds can be entertaining, but sometimes they have real consequences for the stars involved. What starts as a public squabble or rivalry can quickly spiral into something much more damaging. Whether it's personal grudges or professional competition, these feuds have cost celebrities their careers, their reputations, and their place in the cultural zeitgeist. While some may come back from the brink, for others, the fallout is too much to overcome. In the world of Hollywood, even the most legendary figures can fall victim to their own personal battles, and the careers of these stars prove just how fragile fame can be.